It's content. Hi everybody. How are you? Um yeah, it's me. I'm uh back, I guess. We'll see what happens. I've been so lazy and not wanting to reach out since to creators to be on the show since the 4th of July. I think that was the last time or the week before that was the last time I streamed because that's just me. I get lazy. Also, if you've never done this like streaming thing of where you have to reach out to people, it feels very intrusive to just. I imagine it's what somebody who works at like a call center must feel like. Um, to hold on one sec. To go in and just call people out of the blue and try to sell them something. Hiya, Cole.
Hey,
How
hey,
you
what's
doing?
going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just explaining my laziness of not streaming for since about the 4th of July. That's the last time I think I streamed. So
Oh man,
yeah, just lazy. And I was saying that it's due to reaching out to people is it feels intrusive, you know.
yeah, I can see that.
And so like I kind of like putting out the call on X, like, hey, do you want to be on stream and whatever. um but um okay, so then I feel obligated to people who reach out to me, even if I look at their comic and I'm like, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
But how you been?
I've been pretty good. We just got, you can kind of see it above me. We just got a new AC unit, or I guess it's like a whole ductless mini split in, because
Nice.
our heating and air hasn't worked for almost 2 years.
Oh man.
And this summer, we're in Ohio, man. It's been brutal, and our cabin just stays so hot. It'll be like 60 outside, but 90 inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's been awful. So finally got um, the place that owns the house is like a board. Finally got the board to approve doing a whole new system. So it's been a nice like 60 degrees in the whole cabin for the last like 3 days.
Nice. What's
It's been
what are
nice.
your high temps there lately?
The outside like mid to high 80s. I think it's
Oh,
hit 90 a few times in the last few weeks.
yeah.
But I don't know what it is about our cabin. It just I think because all of our duct work runs through the attic, and the attic gets insanely hot, and so I think it just makes the air too hot before it even has a chance to come out. And our old system was from '93,
Mhm.
so it's pretty old.
Yeah. I thankfully our AC unit works just fine. It did break. It broke down a couple weeks ago, just the day before the heat started, and I got
No,
it
yeah,
fixed the day of the heat wave starting. So I'm grateful for that. But stepping outside, man, today I went to go grab, I forget what it was, dinner or something, but rolled the windows down and it was like an oven. Like I was like, I'm gonna roll the windows down and listen to some music. And it's like 10 minutes in, I'm like, I cannot handle this. This is way too hot. It's like
yeah,
a it's like 102 or something here.
that's
Um,
great. That's so crazy.
yeah,
We I
Boise gets pretty drastic, highs in the summer and lows sometimes in the winter. So, it's the worst of both worlds.
yeah, I think that Canadian smoke that we had, that was like the final straw for
Yeah,
everything, because we had no air conditioner, no air moving at all, and so all
yeah,
that smoke was just filling our house, and it's just my kids were just miserable,
yeah,
like crying and stuff, because it was so hot and hard to breathe and everything. So
yeah.
I'm very grateful that I don't ever have to worry about that ever again.
We apparently hit the worst air quality in the nation here in my valley. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah, to the point where last week or this past week, it's actually been the temperature has been 90s and 100s, but it feels so much cooler because the sun's not hitting us
Mm-hmm.
because it's just so thick. It's
That
bad.
sucks.
Actually, and I went out to a job Tuesday was, and ash was falling on on my vehicle.
Oh man.
So, yeah,
God
bad
damn it,
stuff.
that makes me so mad. I hate ash falling on my in my yard and stuff. We have
Mhm.
like we're in the middle of the woods surrounded by a bunch of farmers, so we'll get farmers who burn all
Yeah,
kinds of crap that shouldn't be burnt, and the ashes will get in our yard. And fire department said there's really nothing I can do about it, so I
yeah.
just have to
Uh,
deal with it.
Hi, Radio Stories. How you
Hey,
doing?
good to see you.
Um,
But
so
what
yeah,
have you
I
been
just
up to? Sorry, I
um,
hate to cut you off, but I feel
no, go
I
ahead.
haven't seen your streams in a while. So, and I don't know
Well,
if
yeah,
you said when you came in, but since you're not streaming, what have you been up to? You like
um,
reading any comics lately?
yeah. Well, actually, I've got a. We're gonna premiere a new short review on stream tonight.
Nice.
And it'll be for
Oh, right on.
the Perfection Collection, which I've read, and then haven't really been reading a lot of them this past week. I was reading GI Joe, like the full collection, and the thing about like omnibuses and stuff is like after a while, like I'm gonna have to take a break from GI Joe for a minute and get
Yeah,
back into it later because it's a lot. but but yeah, so I was reading that for a while, but I did have a couple days of slow. It's been sort of slow for work, so I took some time to go to the LCS and just kind of dig through the dollar bins and
nice.
um, what was the other place I went? An antique mall. We have this great big antique mall, and I like to every once in a while, if I get a chance, go in and because it's a bunch of collectors with all their different stuff, and there's toys, they got comics and stuff, and I found
Nice.
this, um, which is really cool.
Oh man,
It is. If you want to see
that's really cool looking.
how big it is,
Sheesh.
it's from the 70s. They had another one that was Tarzan with Joe Joe Kubert's art, which I love Joe Kubert's style, but um, Captain Marvel Shazam is just to me he's just one of my favorites. I love his character, but like it's just fun looking stuff. So I'm gonna
That looks so cool.
read through that at some point. There's a great big
Oh man, that's
in there.
rad.
So yeah, I was excited to see that. It was $20, so not too bad for. I mean, coming from someone who backs a bunch of indie books that run between 20 to whatever.
Yeah, right.
But and then yeah, just been lazing about. Also, I'm gonna show you one more thing. I boy, man, this must be 20 years ago now, at least. I was living up in another small town up here in Idaho called Haley. It's near the famous ski resort town, Sun Valley. Um,
Okay.
and we were doing some drywall demo on a house, and it's a super old house, and we were ripping sheets off the ceiling, and a newspaper fell out. And on the we opened up the newspaper, folded up. Front page was Hitler
Yeah.
before he was Hitler. He was still a senator,
Oh wow.
and it was talking about like this young, exciting senator in Germany. Um, but looking through it, and just super cool. So my dad gave it to the owner, and the owner was kind enough to give us 2 pages from it, and my folks had them framed. And my mom gave me
Oh,
this weekend. Tarzan. Oh boy, that's some glare, but you can see that
dude.
Tarzan night. What is it? December 15th, 1935.
That is really cool.
And on the backside, Dick Tracy.
Oh man, that looks like it's in like great shape too.
It is. They were in excellent shape. I might have to. I mean, I can hang it up, but the backside's got a crack in the glass, so at some point I might want to get that reframed and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out some place to stick it so I can
That
show
is
it off.
so cool, dude. That is so crazy that you say that because I lived in a house for like it's like the house I grew up in, like lived there for 15 years, and
Mhm.
our basement was like so scary and weird, like a super old farmhouse. But the basement was like I don't know, like I watched Backrooms and it reminded me of the basement. Like it was just crazy. And we
Yeah,
found a room that had this pile of like probably 1,000 just rolled up newspapers. Like whoever lived there just got them delivered, didn't open them, just threw them in the basement, and they were all from like the early 1900s before World War II. And then
crazy. Yeah,
as World War II is happening, we're seeing all these newspaper, all the headlines and everything. It was like I wish I cared about it more then because
Mhm.
I was just a kid and I was like, who cares? But now I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I wish I had all those to read and keep.
yeah. I'm glad my folks kept that because I also, I was, man, probably. So this had to be. I was like 17 maybe. So um yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool, but like, do I care? Now I'm like, yeah, give me that, please.
Right?
But we got radio stories saying she loves antique malls so much. I here's my I love antique malls. I love going antiquing. The problem is the internet exists, and so now everyone knows the price of things,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
whole. Yeah,
sucks.
I like the Montgomery flea market, but that's the only one I like.
No, yeah, I haven't been to a flea market in such a long
Oh,
time.
that's a joke. That's that flea market that black dude singing about his flea
Oh,
market.
I don't know what you're
It's
talking
just
about.
like a mini mall. I just played that the other day, and my daughter loves it, so I've been listening to it like crazy.
Was that like one of Rhett and Link's old commercials?
I don't know, maybe I don't know. Just some dude singing and dancing. It's sweet.
Mm. Yeah, do you know Rhett and Link?
I don't. I is that the Mythical Morning guys?
Yeah, yeah.
I not the biggest fan of theirs, so I don't know too much about their history or anything like that.
Way back when they started, they were doing like they wrote funny songs, but they were also a big fan of local commercials,
Yeah,
and they would go to local places and make purposefully bad local commercials. So like there was the one about it was a furniture store where and it was like all about racism, but in a
yeah,
really funny way, like black people liking white couches and stuff. Like it was yeah, but yeah, I really liked their stuff for a while, and then they pretty much sold out to YouTube,
yeah,
and everything changed, and it's like, yeah, I don't like these guys no more.
yeah. I watched an interview and they said some stuff about like being Christian, and I
Yeah,
was like, that doesn't sound that. I don't know. I'm not gonna listen to them anymore.
yeah, yeah.
So,
They're
but
they've kind of fell off the deep end with their views of theology and stuff, and it's like, yeah, and then, but like I said, the whole it went from guys creating something they love to very corporatized entertainment.
yeah, like what can we do to bring in the most revenue,
Yeah.
like to get the most clicks and stuff? That's kind of what YouTube is now. Like, maybe
Mhm.
not all, maybe not everybody, but
Yeah.
the bigger
Uh,
channels and stuff.
yeah, I remember back in the days when you went on YouTube and you found the weird stuff, salad fingers. Do you remember salad
Oh, I
fingers?
love salad fingers. Yeah, my it creeps my wife out. Like sometimes I'll just sneak up behind her and say, "Nettles make the milk come out," and it freaks her out so bad. If she's
Classics.
watching, she's probably just shivered and shut it off because she doesn't like salad fingers or like the I can't remember the other one. It was like two llamas. I don't know,
Oh,
just weird stuff like that.
was that the whatever the unicorn? Like Dave the unicorn?
I don't. I've heard of that one. No, this one was. I think it was like llamas with hats, and it was just
Oh,
like
okay.
one
Yeah.
llama like always killed and ate people, and the other one told him not to. And I don't know. It was pretty much. And it was weird. But yeah,
Yeah.
like internet stuff like before YouTube even.
Mhm.
The internet videos were better. I think just I don't know. It was like the Wild West. Everybody was just making
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you'll get something like on TikTok that's original and smart and funny, but it's mostly just people chasing the algorithm and the trends. But yeah, like back in the day, like look, we got
Mamas with hats. Yeah, that's
thanks for clearing that up. But like uh what was it, the GI Joe redubbed oh, man, now my mind's gone blank. The public service announcements at the end of the GI
yeah,
Joe episodes, and someone
yeah.
redubbed them, and they had the pork chop sandwiches. And did you ever see those?
I don't remember those. No.
Oh, okay. I might have to do some searching and show you some of those. They're hard to find because Hasbro like tried to wipe them from the internet. But
that means they probably are really good.
yeah. But let's see if I can find them and talk at the same time, which is almost an impossibility for me to do two things at once. But Homestar Runner, did you ever check out Homestar?
Never heard of it.
Oh, Homestar Runner was a classic for me. It was I mean, those guys went on, there's two brothers, and they had this like animated series. Every week they'd have shorts, but then they'd have one of their characters answering emails from fans. Strong Bad, he had boxing gloves for hands and a Mexican wrestling mask.
Yeah.
And they did all the voices, like super funny, super original, super smart stuff. And yeah, it kind of all quick time stuff, and it kind of died off and went away. And they tried to make some comebacks, but never really did. But what was I looking up? Oh yeah, G.I. Joe. I mean,
yeah, the old the old GI Joe things. I think
also doesn't help that I can't type. So,
man. I remember Newgrounds before YouTube. Newgrounds was like the place to find all that weird stuff. And I think I don't know. When I was younger, I was into like Jean Lajoie a lot. He was like just did music and weird songs. And I thought he was hilarious. I don't even know what he's doing now. Probably nothing. He's probably rich and doesn't have to do anything. But before YouTube came along, because YouTube was started because of the lady at the halftime show who like ripped her boob came out.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Yeah, I think that's like I don't know. That's when everything went downhill because everyone tried to find that, and so then YouTube happened, and it's I don't know, just didn't feel as.
All right.
Some of the old Adult Swim shows I feel like used to have that same energy.
Yeah.
Like I still at least once every 6 months I watch the Suplex Duplex Complex because it's the stupidest, weirdest thing ever, and it has Lance Archer in it, who's like an actual wrestler, and I think it's funny.
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can share this. So this is one of the more famous ones. Let's see, window. There we go. This one. Share. If you have little kids watching, there's some curse words in this, but
no problem. No sound on my end.
No sound. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Let's stop. Try it again. See what happens. Window. Oh yeah, there he goes. I see the button right there. Share and go back to the beginning. All right, here we go.
You're not cooking.
Yeah, dude.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out!
My God, did that smell good?
Detect it. Did no going and you tell me do things. I done running.
G.I. Joe!
That's fantastic. Are there a bunch of those?
There's hold on, I got YouTube stuff going on in my ears. But yeah, there's I don't know, probably maybe a dozen of them. Some of them are super bizarre, to the point where you're like, this is a little too weird to laugh at, but I'm still enjoying it. Others are just hilarious. They have one where what's his name? Gung Ho, is it? The sailor with the tattoo on his chest.
Okay.
Is he's yelling at little boys on the skate park, like, you boys look so good. We got Jay Gunter, JD,
Hey,
in
Jay.
the chat. I miss Homestar Runner. Me too. Homestar Runner is one of those things where quotes pop into my head, but I never say them because I know nobody else will get the concept. But
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I wonder if the website's still up. I know they're trying to put stuff up on TikTok here and there, but if you if you find it, let me know, and maybe I'll see if I can find something. But yeah, I would religiously watch the Strong Bad emails like every week. What was it? Homestar Runner. Let's try.
They have a decently sized YouTube.
Let's see
And
that.
some of their oldest videos are the Strong Bad emails.
All right, let's check this out. Let's go to. I will share this screen. Let's look at some Homestar Run. Let's do a little reminiscing about the old days.
Right. No, it's cool, man.
So yeah, they I don't, and that's the thing, is like back in the day, like I don't remember how I ran across this. You know, like how did I hear about what's the Halo one? Red versus Blue.
Oh yeah, that was real big.
Yeah, like those kinds of things. Like I don't remember, but we'll go to Tunes. Give you just kind of an idea of what they had. These boys went on to not do much else, as far as I know. I know they one of them directed an episode of the Aquabats Super Show.
Okay.
Which, if you've never seen that, you should watch that too. It's silly and stupid. Let's do Trogdor. This is one of their most famous ones.
I'm echoing pretty bad right now.
When
I'm echoing pretty bad
there
right
was
now
a
too.
commercial for a board game.
Actually, that's not even it. Let's go. What were you saying now?
There's an echo just when you pulled this
What was that you
website
said?
up.
Cole?
There's an echo just when you pulled this website up.
Oh, okay. Well,
And a delay that I
Do
said
one
that
real
and then it
quick
didn't.
and
And a
actually
delay
go
that
into, like,
I said
10
that
seconds
and then it
later.
didn't actually go until like 10 seconds later.
I wish there was a search, but I'm just gonna click one and see what happens. And well, I'll do this one. Oh, it's on. They sent it to YouTube now, huh?
This email is leaving the station. Please move to the center of the email and away from the doors. Dear Strongbat, I have recently been wondering about the origin of the stick. Has it always been a good place for hanging out and making rendezvous? Ziz? Luke. Ew. Claire? Why? Oh, why do you van people always want to know the origins and histories of every freaking little thing? Like, do you want to know how Strongside got his belly button too? Oh, awesome! Or like, the origin of Bub's concession stand? Senior having a little trouble and Mr. Bland were by far the most popular characters. Then they were crushed by a falling Bub's concession stand. Hot time, said Bubs. Well, I'm not going to show you those things, or the origin of the stick, but I will indulge your curiosity about the stick's hanging altitude. It currently rates a 10, but such was not always the case. Like when Homestar used to hold his weekly bread sing-alongs. We avoided that place like the plague. Plague.
And when is a good time for me to singing? When is a good time for everybody?
We sure sniped that problem right between the eyes from 300 yards by scheduling the Cheats rhythmic chain dancing recitals to the same time and place.
I cut the crust off in the morning light.
He's quite good. Floods Grace! After a couple of minutes, the popularity of Homestar's sing-alongs faded.
So all of this makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost.
But like it's one of those things where there's like a lot of lore, and like, you know, you can dig into that whole thing for days. And you know, so yeah, that was if anyone's wondering, hey, what kind of comedy is Crenshaw into, that's a big thing for me. It's I feel the same way when I feel the same way when I read Far Side comics.
Yeah.
I think they're so funny. You read a collection and I'm dying, but then my wife will be like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'll show her the one I'm reading, and to her it's not funny at all.
Yeah.
But there's something about the buildup of like the Far Side, you know, just more and more and more that, yeah, like I say, JD thinks it's funny. But so yeah, the old internet, everyone. One more thing about YouTube. So I've got, you know, kids who are all 20s and younger. And something that I learned about younger people and YouTube is that they'll come and ask something like, "Hey, how do you do such and such? Like, do this thing around the house," or "I need to fix something." And I will say this one sentence that will get me the craziest looks. "Why don't you look it up on YouTube?" And they will look at me like, "That's not what YouTube's for."
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's the weirdest thing, because I go to YouTube a lot to learn how to. I learned how to fix my my heater. Learn how to fix. I did my brakes.
Yeah.
Learning from YouTube, you know, like, and that is a complete like non thing for
Really?
younger people.
I never even thought of that, but I don't know. I'm not around a lot of young people, so
Yeah, apparently it's just for streaming or watching live streams of, like, you know, whatever they watch, which is the weirdest shit in the world.
yeah,
But
yeah, that, I mean, if I need to learn how to do something, that's the first place I go, is to YouTube.
Mhm.
So
here's a question for you, Cole. You watch Spider-Man?
not recently. No, I haven't seen
You
I
haven't
haven't
watched
seen
the
any
newest
of the Tom Holland ones.
Okay, because I watched Spider-Man this morning, the new one, and I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to give my opinion. If I don't know if you care about spoilers or whatever, but I'm going to do some spoiling.
Oh, that's right. I haven't, like, I think we talked about this before. The last like
Mhm.
Marvel movie I watched was like Iron Man 2, and
Yeah.
I've seen the Deadpools and the Guardians, the first two Guardians movies, and that's about it. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really watch any of that stuff anymore. So you spoil away.
JD says, "I don't know how many headlights, taillights, etc. I've changed using YouTube." That's right. So yeah, I this morning. So this is my wife's birthday weekend. Her birthday is on Monday, and so she loves going to movies. And so I said, let's go see the new Spider-Man. We went to the donut shop, grabbed some donuts, and then went and saw the movie, watched the movie, and ate donuts. Great morning. But my stepson loves the Spider-Man movies. He loves all the Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man fan through the movies. I've bought him comics. I don't know if he's ever touched them. Don't know if he's ever read them. But he was raving about this movie. And I've seen a lot of good stuff about it. And I will say this. It was an enjoyable movie. I enjoyed the movie. But if anyone's wondering, it's not as good as I had hoped. It's not as good as I've seen people say it is. I've seen a lot of people talking about this might be the best of the Tom Holland, and it's not. It's not. The last one with all three Spider-Mans, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, like that one was good. Like it had emotional impact that this one didn't have, and and I'll touch on why here in a minute. But so since you don't know Cole, in the last Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man had to make a wish basically to Doctor Strange to erase everyone's memory that Peter Parker is Spider-Man in order to keep everyone safe.
Okay.
So now he's just, alone. Like he has nobody. And he's just like trying to focus on just being Spider-Man. And there are issues with, okay, here's positive for the movie. He had his mask on for most of the movie, which does not happen in Marvel MCU movies. Like every it must be part of their like contracts, like, hey, I'm a big star, you got to show my face for like 90% of the movie. So you got Iron Man, Spider-Man, everyone running around with just their naked head showing, right? In this one, he kept his mask on all the time, like through the vast majority. If he was Peter Parker, he was Peter Parker. If he was Spider-Man, he had the mask on, and I really liked that a lot. But I'm gonna say it was just okay. Like I probably don't ever need to see this movie again. Will I watch it again? Probably, because when it comes to like streaming, my wife will want to watch it again because she really liked it. So yes, I'll watch it again. But if I never see it again, like whatever. There are some issues. So again, if you haven't seen it and you're worried about spoilers, I'm gonna. All right.
Yeah,
JD.
Jay's heading out.
Yep, that's a good idea because I'm gonna touch on some stuff. So spoiler alert, everyone. Jean Grey is in this, and as an introduction to the MCU, the X-Men coming in, Jean Grey is in this movie, and she's basically the villain, right? She's controlling people, trying to find this MacGuffin in the movie, and so she's body jumping, using her telepathy to body jump into people, and it makes it hard for Spider-Man because he doesn't know who's who and whatever. But here's the problem: at least 2 people she straight up murders in this movie, and I'm really bothered by that. It's I like X-Men. I'm not a super big X-Men fan, so I don't know, like, was Jean Grey like a super troubled youth before she got to Xavier School? Don't know. But was she murdering people? Yeah. So that to me was a big turn off. And then in order to introduce mutation into the storyline, Peter out of nowhere starts mutating, and like the rumors and the hype before the movie was that he was going to turn into Man Spider, grow the 6 arms and all that stuff. And it went nowhere,
Oh,
absolutely nowhere. He got these headaches. He got his eyes turned all black, completely black. He starts shooting web naturally through his wrist instead of the web shooters, and then that's about it. He got a little bit stronger, but it was basically just a way to introduce the idea of mutation, and I did not like it at all. I just didn't like that whole. It was almost pointless to have that in there because it went nowhere. Um, except, like I said, to introduce mutation, which um, there was the Punisher was in it. I really liked him for the most part, except he cried twice.
really?
Yeah, there were two times where he got super emotional and teared up, and I'm just not. I just didn't feel that. Like he's the Punisher, dude. um, so yeah. Other than that, I mean, you gotta kind of. I understand, they want people to connect with the characters and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Punisher shouldn't be
um,
crying. Like that's kind of
yeah.
like the reason you make Punisher cry is a very intentional reason, in my opinion. Sort of an emasculating
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm not one of those men shouldn't cry type thing, but not the Punisher.
Yeah, there's he's almost in the sense Hulk like in that whatever happens that would make other people cry will just make him want to kill
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
But excuse me. Uh, all in all, I would give this movie like a 7, and I
Pretty
would
good.
put it second in the Tom Holland second highest, but only because I don't remember the other two.
Yeah.
I remember the last one and this one. The other two I don't remember at all, which is not great because I remember what's his name, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies. I don't remember Garfield's, Andrew Garfield's. I think they were kind of boring.
I liked Andrew Garfield just because they felt so different from like the other
Mhm.
superhero movies that were going on at the time. But it's gonna sound like an but man, the Tobey Maguire ones are just so iconic to me. Like,
Yeah,
and still, if someone says Spider-Man movie, like my first thought is Tobey Maguire. So
yeah, and I mean, these ones, like the new ones, they have they feel like any other MCU movie. The Tobey Maguire movies, it's like Sam Raimi all
Mhm.
over, and that just dripping with like, and the early Marvel movies were like that as well. They were really, you know, the director was really their handprint was really on those early movies. Now it's just all the same thing.
yeah, I think that's my biggest issue probably with the newest ones. Why I didn't wasn't into them is like too many recognizable faces, and at a certain point, I'm just
Yeah.
watching. Like I don't know, the last even the last Guardians movie just felt like I was watching Chris Pratt more than I was, the actual characters, and like
Mhm.
it was just a vehicle for these stars to do stuff. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know if that's like a I don't know. Maybe I'm not smart enough to get the movies, is what I've been told. But I was really not into that. I don't know. Like if they came out with a superhero movie and it was just a bunch of actors I didn't even know, I'd be way more inclined to go see it than Robert Downey
Mhm.
Jr. playing another character. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of why I enjoyed the fact that he had his mascot in this whole thing because it felt more about Spider-Man than the
Mhm.
actor, and yeah, so there's other things that were fine, other things that were okay. There was one particular scene that he was kind of reminiscing about the things that he'd lost, the people he'd
Mhm.
lost, Aunt May, um, uh, MJ, because of the memory wipe thing, and all the flashbacking that happened. None of them was Tony Stark,
Yeah.
which really bugged me because there was like 2 whole movies where he was bummed about Tony Stark dying in Endgame or
Mhm.
whatever. So like, why would they not toss just a little Tony Stark in there? You know, there. Oh, also, there were scenes with Yelena, who is the new Black Widow,
Okay.
from the what is it? Stupid movie called. Um, Now I can't remember. They ended up retitling it "The New Avengers," and it was the movie that ended in a group hug. That's how they resolved the bad guy issue.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm so bad with these. Was that like the Thunderbolts or something? Was that it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Thunderbolts. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that because they used AI for the poster, and it had a hand with like 6 fingers on it. That's the only reason I remember that.
But yeah, she has a cameo in it, and it's stupid and it's pointless, and I hated it. The Hulk's in it. I enjoyed seeing the Hulk kind of Hulk out.
Hmm.
That was fun. But all in all, yeah, not super great. Yeah, there was other things that were just kind of annoying and silly and plot holey and but it's a dumb summer
Mhm.
movie. It's fine. It's let's see. Ben Soda saying spoiler. Yeah. I'm done. I'll finish with the spoilers and finish talking about it if you haven't seen it. So now's a good time to jump back in. But all in all, I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 to a 7. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. I still don't get to watch a ton of movies, but we made time to watch Obsession and Backrooms because I just 2 indie films that are getting really, a lot
Yeah.
of attention, so I wanted to check both out. Have you seen either of those?
I saw Obsession. I haven't seen Backrooms. So out of the 2, which did you prefer?
Obsession,
Did you?
by a lot, yeah,
Okay, so
for
that's
sure.
not doesn't bode well for Backrooms because I didn't really like Obsession.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
I don't think Obsession is like any sort of like it's definitely an indie film and it definitely felt more artsy, but I just again, like I said before, it's so different than anything that's coming
Yeah.
out and it just had enough like rule of cool for me to like it. Like not everything made
Yeah.
total sense, but I think what happened was cool and interesting. So,
Mhm.
and I thought the ending to that was pretty great. And my biggest issue with Backrooms is the ending. I won't spoil it, but
Yeah.
it's very just disappointing. And it brings out like trying to talk to people about it brings out those like, well, you just didn't understand it type of people, and that drives me crazy. I can't even have discourse with people who are like that. So
Yeah. Ben saying it's all good. I saw it. Honestly, my favorite Spider-Man movie so far. I felt like the director understood Spider-Man. I do. I do as well. If you weren't listening earlier, my favorite thing about it was that he had his mask on, like so much throughout. But yeah, there was problems with it that I just. But I'm a grump, so like with Obsession, um, I had problems with that. That I again, it's almost the same thing with the Spider-Man movie where I enjoyed it, but like I'll never try to watch. I don't have no reason to ever watch it again. Like
yeah,
it's um I didn't like okay, for one, um I have what are they, Gen Z? Is that what the young like 20 some people are?
yeah, kind of. That's like right after millennials, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
And that's
like 2000 born
yeah,
ish.
and that's who my stepsons are. And
Mhm.
to me, watching Obsession was like listening to my stepsons trying to explain a movie to me.
Yeah,
Like it was almost, it was like if I had been sitting in a room with a bunch of kids like that and they were trying to come up with a story and they kept saying stuff like, and then she just smiles for a while. And like it's like I'm watching it and like I know exactly what thought process with this scene in this movie. But
see, you explaining it like that to me makes me want to watch it again. Like,
here's my biggest problem with Obsession. His wish was, I want this woman to love me more than anything in the world, and then a demon possesses something possesses her. So it's not, and I understand the monkey paw thing, but
Mhm.
like I would have liked it better if they would have just kept it her. But they added this extra thing that threw it off for me completely.
Yeah. We talked about my wife and I about whether it was a demon, and I don't think it was like a possession type story. I think it was like the manifestation of the wish,
Mm.
like was in her, and I liked how maybe it didn't make a lot of sense, but just the fact that she was still in there, and then I guess this is spoilers. I guess anyone doesn't want to spoil, but then like he knew that the real her was in there and
Yeah.
still went along with it. Like what a scumbag! Like what a Oh man, that's like the worst main
Yeah.
character. He's definitely the villain of the whole thing
Yeah,
by far.
that's what I told
Um,
my wife and stepsons is like the underlying, and I don't know if this was intentional, but the underlying like point of the movie that I got was that masculinity is super important.
yeah,
Because if he had been man enough to tell her that he liked her in the first place, and then from that point on, man enough to break it off, man enough to do the next thing that he needed to do,
hmm
and but it was always he's this beta guy the whole time, and if he had just manned up at some point, it would have, wouldn't have been an
yeah.
issue.
And it was
So
like
yeah,
it's like cause she even in the beginning she even like sets him up to like have a conversation about like them having some sort of relationship, and he's just too scared to do it. And so like the idea of being rejected is so scary to him that he would just rather completely eliminate who she is as a person,
yeah,
and like not to sound weird, but like violate her bodily autonomy, right? Like
mhm,
you hear that phrase a lot. That's what he did. Like he doesn't care about who she is as a person, he just wants her to love him. I
yeah,
just like that. I like that aspect of it because I don't know, I know guys like that. You just like fawn over a lady, but you don't really care who she really is. You just want her to be the type of person you want her to be, that loves you, and it's gross.
yeah,
I hate it. So I I
yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was cool. There was a couple of scenes in there that I just think were so fun, like just so cool. So, and I like just
Yeah.
the when he calls that number and the guy's just like, what's the matter? Like I like a customer service guy for the wishes. I really like
Yeah.
that. And I don't remember if it was my wife that said this or if I read it on the internet, but someone said like she had to still be in there because there's no way to like erase a person. And
Mhm.
that wish, the only way that wish could work is if it just took her over. So I don't know. I haven't really given it much
Yeah.
thought in a while, but I
Yeah,
did like that aspect of it because as we were watching it, we're like, oh, it's just like a demonic thing or something, like a Dybbuk or something crazy like
yeah.
that. I don't know. It was
Yeah, that's
just weird enough to work for me.
yeah. The uh yeah, I don't know. Like I said, to me it felt very and which is fine. It felt of an age group, you
Yeah.
know. Um like like the soundtrack. I know it was supposed to be like increased tension and anxiety, but to me it ended up being just super annoying.
Yeah.
A lot of long squeals and whatever, and it's like I don't know about, I can't handle this thing. But
I
yeah,
could I could see that. I have to do the remote juggle where it's like I turn it up and then turn it
mhm,
down and stuff because of the music.
yeah,
I don't really pay. I don't want to say I don't pay a lot of attention to music in movies, but
mhm,
like I can like if it's not good, I don't really. It doesn't. It's not too much of a negative, but I'll notice like really good music. Like I don't know.
yeah,
Not that it's the same type of movie as Obsession, but It Follows, another like kind of creepy indie film. That soundtrack like made that whole movie for me.
oh
So
nice. I have to look that up because like the soundtrack and Spider-Man, Michael Giacchino did the was the composer, and I love his stuff generally. Um, he did the Incredibles. Um, uh, the, my earliest like contact with his music was the Medal of Honor games.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I'm not familiar with him, so I didn't know who did that.
Yeah, he did that. He did the Medal of Honor kind of theme, the da 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 da, like, and I don't remember which game it was, but it started the like main theme started with the like a little boy from the boys choir singing the melody, and then it went into this. Oh man, just beautiful stuff. So like I kind of started like digging his stuff then, but like Iron Giant, The Incredibles, uh, Fantastic Four.
Okay.
He did, which was the absolute best part of that Lane movie.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah. If you get a chance, just listen to the main theme from that,
Okay.
and it is so good. And it actually got me excited to watch the movie. And then I watched the movie. I'm like, this is boring. This is lame. But
Yeah, I mean, there's
um,
just the marketing and cast for that movie. I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm watching it. I can't. I get to watch like maybe a movie a month, sometimes two if I really try, and I can't waste
Yeah.
time on on something that that
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to enjoy.
Yeah, I started watching. It takes me a couple days to watch things. I watched John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh yeah.
That took me about two or 3 days to kind of get through, but like super fun.
Yeah.
Like great movie.
Yeah, sad Sam Neill just passed, and I put that in
Yeah.
my. I think it's on Tubi to watch later, and because I haven't seen it in so long, so
Yeah.
I was like, man, I should watch that again, but then
Yeah.
didn't get this.
And then I started watching Night of the Comet.
Yeah, man, Night of the Comets just fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of working my way through that one right now. But uh, speaking of people who died, Glenn Hansford, the guy who was in the movie once, you said you saw it on stage.
Yeah, my wife and I caught the like it's like the Broadway, like they do the main Broadway, but then they'll travel around the world, and it's usually a different cast. But I think this one was the same cast, so we got to see it when it came through one of the bigger cities near us, and I thought it was phenomenal. The set was great, which is always like I'm like a set guy, so that's what I was geeking about. But music was great. I'm not really that into. I don't want to say I'm not into musicals because like I ran a theater for a while and like I like musicals, but I'm not crazy about them like some people get. But it was so good. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
The cool thing is before the show started, the characters came out and they were in character, and it was a bar, so they let people come up on stage and like drink and dance and stuff. That's just a lot of
Oh,
fun.
nice.
But such a like falling slowly, like such a generational song in my opinion. Like that song is going to be around forever. Like musical theater, people are going to know that song. I think they already do know that song, but have no idea what it's from because it's going to be so iconic.
Yeah, I watched the movie at some point and just instantly fell in love with it. Like from the opening sequence, the first song, "Say It to Me Now," and I don't know how it played on stage, but the director of the movie, he directed it on, he filmed it on like lower budget cameras, and it really felt almost documentary style.
Yeah, I can see that.
It felt like you were in a real situation. It was so good, so well done. But it opens up with him busking. He's singing on the street, and he just plays through that whole song, and like powerful, just a powerful, beautiful song. And then the guy steals his money, and he chases him around for a while. When he finally catches him, they know each other because it's a small town. It's like, and he's like, he's asking him about his, how's your mom and stuff like that. And that kind of set the tone for the whole movie. But like, yeah, I love that movie, dude. I love that movie. It has, to me, it's almost a fantasy.
Yeah.
In that. So I like musicals. Like one of my all-time favorite movies is Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
Um, uh, you know, Carousel, Sound of Music. These are movies that I love. Um, but and they have a certain fantastical feel to them in that nobody does that. Nobody. I wish that would happen. I wish I could be walking down the street on a sunny day and seeing, oh, what a beautiful morning, and people would join in.
Yeah, you could do that, but then you'd get the cops calling on you probably.
Yeah. But once had a different fantastical feel, and it's the kind of the dream sequence of somebody who wants to be in a band, where you play a song, the song that you wrote, and the person who's there with you on the other instrument just clicks, and that scene where they're in the music shop and he plays Falling Slowly and she joins in, and it just melds and it's perfect and it's beautiful, is like it's a fantasy. It's a dream sequence, and I love that aspect of it. And then the unrequited love is just, my wife watched it and she hates it.
Oh yeah,
because they didn't end up together, but to me that's
yeah. I was just gonna say that's what makes it so good. I think if they ended up together, it wouldn't be as important. Like that whole scenario wouldn't be as important.
Yeah, not at all.
So I like that.
Loved that movie. It was kind of heartbreaking to see that he had died. And only a couple years older than me. But at least it wasn't from being old. Like I was like, oh, it's a heartbreaking thing that happened. But at least I'm not old enough that it's just old age.
Yeah, I think when someone near your age dies, that's like, it might be a little selfish. That's always a thought. Like, well, was it something natural? Was it something that could get me? But it's like, no, it's motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I don't ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So that's always a scary thing. But so do you go like to see live musicals ever?
No, I would like to, but the closest I've come to anything like that is the Harry Potter and the Twilight tours, where they play the movie and then they have the live orchestra playing the soundtrack. Cool. And those were fun. I end up watching the orchestra, although the Twilight wasn't an orchestra; it was a band, and it was it was Twilight.
Yeah, it was still a cool experience.
Yeah, it was fun. I will tell you this: and I'm not to denigrate anyone, but the amount of autistic people at the Twilight, and I'm not joking. They were like, they were the surrounded by people like hyper fixated, and doing what are they called? Stimming? Is that what it's called? Where they do their weird little like head movements and like claps and stuff. Like the Twilight audience, my wife's like, what is going on? I said, these are the people who like your favorite.
These are your people. You're just like them, honey.
But yeah, it was still really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. We ended up leaving a little early because the person sitting right next to me, she was like too much with the clapping and the feet stomping and just like, yeah, it was. But yeah, I would like to see a musical like that. Like I don't know how they feel about singing along.
Some places love it. Like I've been to theaters where everyone sings along, and it's just part of it. I think it depends on the show too. Like like Rocky Horror. If you go see Rocky Horror live, you just assume everyone's going to be singing along, and some people might get up and dance and be like. That's why I don't go see that show. And then other shows, it's like you sit there. Like Once was a good example. That was a dead silent, dead silent theater there. Or audience, but there's I try. I don't get to talk about this that often because I don't know anyone else that likes musicals as much as me. But my favorite musical of all time is called Urinetown. Have you heard of that? Urinetown, like URIN town, and it's like a future, not really post-apocalyptic, but it's a society where it's illegal to use the bathroom unless you pay to use one of the amenities there. And it's the government controls those with another company to try to conserve water. And so it's about this like rebellious uprising. And it's one of the most like heartfelt, amazing stories I've ever heard ever. And it's literally about like people who just don't want to pay to pee. And it's really cool. And it was the on 9/11 when the towers got hit, it was the only Broadway show that didn't shut down. It was the only one that kept going. So I think it's kind of important in American history, but that was the last musical my theater did because we lost a ton of money on it. But it's so good. It's man, there's a version of it on YouTube that's okay, but it's real grainy and stuff. But the music is so catchy and so much fun.
That's what I was just looking up to see if there's anything online to check it out.
I think so. They have it's let me go to
tour dates. Where are we in? What are we in? We just started August, right?
Yeah, I think it had Sutton Foster in it. And my wife's watching; she would know if that was Sutton Foster who was in the original.
July.
It's kind of a hard show to watch because, like I said, it was our last musical, and it was like heartbreaking. And that was when I found out that there was like this whole big organization that was like against me and boycotting me and stuff because we rented out a big theater in Ohio to do it, and we expected to sell like 3,000 tickets, and we sold like 30, and that was it. And I found out that another couple of theaters had been boycotting us and telling people not to come. People in the show were boycotting it, like quietly telling their families and telling people not to come. Is nightmare. Man, what a good show. That was so much fun. And then another one I really like is She Loves Me. And there's a version of that Zachary Levi was in that's amazing, or Zachary Levi. And he's so good. He's fantastic. I wish he would do more musicals instead of movies. Not that he's bad in movies, but
She Loves Me stage music. I'm gonna put these open a couple tabs so I can remember those and see if check them out a little bit here and there. See what's
She Loves Me is on Broadway HD. They did a really good recording of the stage version, so it's kind of like watching a movie. It's really high quality, and it's
nice.
So good. It's definitely a happier one. Like I think your wife would probably like it. It's like real happy and happy ending and all that. So.
She doesn't like musicals.
Oh, okay, that's right. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's heartbreaking because like there are just days where you just want to pop on something like Grease. There was they put Grease back in the theaters. Was the 20 or 25th anniversary of it, and my brother and I, we were living up in Haley at that time, and we went and saw it in the little theater up there, and it was me, him, there was like 4 drunken women and an older couple over here, and I had only seen portions of Grease prior to that. Just fell in love with it, like absolutely. But during the movie, the 4 drunken women start singing along, and there was a couple songs that I knew. So, and then me and my brother got to sing. We're singing along with a couple of the songs, and it was just like a great, just super fun experience. And every once in a while, you just want to throw it on, like, and
I'm not the biggest fan of Grease, but I know. I mean, it's iconic. Like you can't deny how popular it is and how much it's done for musicals, just in general. But man, once you've seen like 100 different high school versions of it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm done. I don't want to. I don't think high school should be doing Grease, anyways.
Yeah, especially since they the movie tames it down quite a bit. So.
But yeah, dude, I could talk musicals forever, but I don't want to like derail. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh no, there's no derailing. This is just a hangout. I just needed to get myself back to doing it. Like just yeah, get. I even bought like lights back here and kind of redecorated, mostly because this bookshelf was moved from its place in the living room and we had nowhere else to put it. I'm like, oh, yeah, stick it right there.
You got Akira on it. That looks great. That is what that is, right? I think I'm pretty sure that's the Akira
Yeah,
box. It looks fantastic.
thanks. And we got
Well,
Akira. We got what
excuse
is it? THB. We got Band of the Crow
Yeah.
stuff.
See the Roy Beckwith letter up there?
Yep, that's right. That is.
And I'm pumped for the second one of that. I think that's in my top 5 like series that I'm excited
nice,
about.
yeah.
Because
I want to see what he does. You know, I know he's got a lot of plans. He's got a lot of, you know, his writing style. I'm interested to see where it goes. I know he's super busy with work and stuff, and he's not on X as much as he used to be. But yeah, what didn't he say he's launching soon though?
I think so. I know he's taken like reservations and stuff like that. I'd love to talk to him and see how that's going for him. I looked into doing that and just decided it wasn't for me. So I'm kind of excited about that. But I think he's posted like pictures of his script and stuff, and it's very mathematical. I would love because I would love to talk to him about it because I'm the opposite. I think he's the exact opposite of me as far as how we create stories.
Yeah.
But
well, shoot, dude. What else? Here's what'll happen because he hasn't streamed or anything for a while, and I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to come on and you and him come on here and just chat about stuff. You know, chat about your scripts and that because if there's one thing. If there's one thing he likes to do is talk about writing.
See, I love that. I would love to do that, but I kind of always feel bad. Like when people tell me how they write and stuff, I always kind of feel like, well, I just kind of write. I don't know. Get a little bashful about it, but he's a cool dude. I talked to him like on X and in DMs and stuff like that. So I'm hoping. I'm just excited. He's putting in so much work. It's either going to be amazing or it's going to be a convoluted mess. And based off the first one, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. I gotta get Nick see what's going on. I was actually just thinking about him just like 2 days ago, thinking about like he's barely on X anymore. Like I know like the same thing as me. It's like you get busy, work, you know, here and there. But yeah, whatever. But
cool.
any other books that you're excited about? Like there's a couple of them that you posted that I ended up jumping on. Skylights, is that?
Yeah, man, that came out of nowhere. Like I had no idea that book even existed, and then I found out about it the day it was like 4 hours left, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I had a really rough day, and I was like, I'm going to take a quick nap, and I'm going to wake up and back in. I overslept, and the campaign was closed, and he wasn't doing late pledges or anything. So I was pretty bummed.
Yeah. I saw your post on it, and I was like, man, I'm going to go back that real quick. And yeah, it had been closed. So here's the thing, though, because you, me, Bootlegger, and a couple other people got super excited. We wanted to see, then he opened a fund on Fund My Comic.
Yeah, that's where I ended up matching it.
Yeah, which is fantastic. It's great, but I'm trying to find it right now. If as of right now, it's you, me, Bootlegger, and one other person,
which is crazy because he posted it, and I think I saw at least 10 people say like, "Oh, I'll back this if you redo it," or "I'm sad I missed this" and stuff. So I don't know.
Hopefully it's just a like payday thing.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe everyone's just like, once payday rolls around, I'll back that. But
it is pricier than like the average crowdfunded book. I think with shipping it was like $42.
But it's 200 pages.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean it was overpriced. I just think it's more than most.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
if you think like, you know, $25 for 25 pages versus this thick, it's going to be that thick for, you know, what, let me see, was it $40?
Mm-hmm.
34 for the main cover. So
Yeah.
plus shipping, but that I don't really we're paying shipping on all this shit.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, that's a good price. $10 for a comic, $10 for shipping.
Oh yeah. That's actually I really, really want to back there's a Pandemonium. Man, I can't remember no Safeguard.
Dave Brinks.
Dave Brinks do his thing, but it's it plus shipping, I'm getting close to $50, and it's like that's especially with like doing my own thing, it's like hard to shell that much out right now. I'll probably end up doing it, but I'm just being hesitant about it.
Yeah, you know what? While we're talking about it,
oh nice,
let's do this. If you are watching now or in the future, go back Skylights for real. The art, I haven't played the. I'm not gonna play those. I don't have all that much RAM and whatever in my little laptop. So, actually,
I don't think people watch.
I played those other things. Yeah. But I mean, just let's look at this art. That this is apparently from let's see, Keith Meringue, as a professional storyboard artist who's contributed to hundreds of live action productions for major studios since 2014. Man, his artwork is beautiful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the book apparently is. Yeah, that's great. I like this right here, the scribble of the but yeah, his artwork is just fantastic. So this if I'm remembering, I could go back up and read it, but it's a stuntman who gets caught up in some alien, shenanigans, but great cars. I mean, if you can draw horses and cars, like you're ahead of the game for a lot of artists.
For sure, yeah. But his like just the motion in it, like just seeing this without knowing anything about him, I would guess he was a storyboard artist. Storyboard artists like translate so well to comic book art, in my opinion. Charlie Snoggins or Snoggins, I always pronounce it wrong, but he's a storyboard artist, and his stuff's just like so phenomenal. And it's just like this. The faces are great, the emotion is great. Man, look at that last panel on that page. That's so cool. Yeah.
And it kind of looks right up my alley. As someone who's not like a big superhero fan, I'm I lean more into the sci-fi, the kind of mystery, the all those other things. This looks like right up my alley. Like look at her facial features, like her like his hand on the wheel. You could tell he's turning that wheel.
Yeah, for sure. Like just the way, like he's just the way his pinky is. Yeah, man, that's so cool. And you're right, his cars are fantastic.
So yeah, it's let's go up and look at the
yeah, this is the most. I think I just backed this the other day, actually.
Yeah. So his digital is 15, I believe. Yeah, 15 for the digital. 34 for the main cover. You get a bookmark, sticker. Oh, sticker's great. I got it. I've got a couple long boxes down here to fill up. I'm hoping more people do magnets, because let's see, I got where's my little thing here? Let's doggone it. How do I my stuff's in the way. Let's move this over here. Move this over here. It's not moving. Move this over here. Yeah, never mind. I'll do it in a minute. But I got the Lucent guy from Australia, Bancroft, Michael Bancroft's magnets there. And now that my bookshelf's in here, I want to put more magnets on there.
Oh, right
But
on.
anyways, we'll continue on with the so 36 for this cover B, which is pretty dang cool too. 42 signed, 44 signed variant, and then 64 collector set, 89 Ultimate Evolution bundle. I don't know. Process comic, digital comic, process comic. What is this about? Skylights Evolution Process Companion Comic, a 32 to 40 page saddle stitched making of comic. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even see that last time when I backed.
Yeah, that's like his sketches and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. I didn't get it just because I didn't have the extra funds for it, but I think I love seeing stuff like that on like as add-ons and things like that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're out there and you haven't looked into this, haven't backed it yet, go check it out because I want this. I want this book, and that's how it works. If it doesn't,
well, I think he's doing
back,
all or. I think he's not doing all or nothing. He's doing flex funding, so I think no matter what, he'll send them out because his Indiegogo hit its goal. I'm hoping.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
I was already charged for it, so I hope that's what that means. And I'm nervous because I've had issues with every Fund My Comic purchase ever, so I'm hoping this will be the one that don't. But yeah, I think that looks great. You asked me about other books I'm looking forward to. Star Noir. I think that's the one I'm most excited about. The next Star Noir.
Yeah. Have you gotten the other ones?
Yeah, that's probably. I think that's the best series, like ongoing series crowdfunding right now. I'm a huge fan of it, and I think Tony's a cool dude. I think he gets a lot of hate online by some other people.
Yeah,
and it's kind of funny to read the back and forth, but I think he's doing a great job. I really like that series.
Yeah, I want to get his other what is it, Moon something?
Moonshiners. I think.
Yeah. I want to look into that as well. But yeah, Star Noir is fantastic, like so good. And then the artist is now working on, is it Red Sonja?
Yeah, Pablo Arnas. Yeah, he's doing She Devil with a Sword. I've been keeping up with that. He's just his art's fantastic in it. The writing is, I think, I don't read a lot of Red Sonja, but I would guess it's like typical of that genre or that character. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my thing.
I get that.
I'll support Pablo all day. I'll get on anything he's doing because he's awesome. He's on I have a list of artists that I like really hope to work with, and he's on for sure. And the colorist for that, is it Vinicius? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Townsend is his last name. Such a good combo. Like when I read that book, I feel like I'm in Los Angeles,
Yeah, beautiful backdrops of I'm a big fan of the old Little Rascals, our gang.
Yeah, my wife loves our gang.
And a lot of those take place. It's a little bit later. Our gang is a little bit later than his book takes place, but it's not too much of a time difference that you can't see it when you watch our gang. These little kids running around Los Angeles, and it's empty. it's like fields and stuff, and you get that kind of feeling. But you got Tank Ferret joining us.
Hey, Tank Ferret.
Good evening to all of you magnificent bastards and best deaths. Hey, Tank, how you doing? You came in. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, don't watch. I'm gonna have to timestamp it or something, like in the description. There's a ton of spoilers for the new Spider-Man. If you have, go ahead and watch it and let us know what you think. Let me know what you think on X. But we talked musicals, we talked Spider-Man, and now we're talking comics, indie comics we're looking forward to. Skylights is one of them. Star Noir. What's the other? There's another one that you know what? Let me see if I can find it.
One that you recommended that I backed was Three Planes. And
Yeah, that
I,
one.
I saw that and I was like, that looks kind of cool. But I didn't look at the campaign. I just because I'll like just search Kickstarter like new comics and stuff that have launched every couple of
Mhm.
days. But then I saw you backed it, so I looked more into it, and that's another one that the art is so good.
Hold on, we got a couple more comments. Oh, Sunny's with us. Hey, Sunny Days, Gray Cloud. I got here's one of the problems with my setup. What is this called? Restream,
Mhm.
is they have these menu buttons right in front of where the chat pops up on my screen. So, anyways, I have to look over to the side to read it
Oh,
now.
okay.
Spoilers are Tank, you won one of the sets of comic. Oh,
Nice.
Sonny was doing a Gray, sorry, was doing a giveaway for. Oh, what was your
Horace
giveaway?
H. Hoover. I think the first two Horace
That's what
H.
it was.
Hoovers,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
another really fun
Yeah.
series.
And apparently Tank won one of those. Spoilers are okay. I have no intention of watching it. So okay, yeah, you can watch it and see what I thought of it from my grumpy point of view, who doesn't like a lot of anything. And just DM Gray Cloud when you get a chance, Tank. But what was it? Three planes? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through my notifications on X to see where it was that I backed that.
I think
but
it was you that mentioned it.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, by John Dudley and David Lopez. Yeah, I think David, again, never heard of David Lopez before, but man, is his art good.
Yeah, I want to show that one as well. Let's see if I could pull out.
And
Go to
I
my
won't
profile
lie,
and
some of this, sometimes I see this style of art and I'm like, oh man, that could be AI. So I really, really try to look into it. And I never want to accuse somebody of that and be wrong, but
yeah.
There's pictures of his layouts and his pencils and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Also,
convinced.
I'm pretty sure I feel the same way. Where I was like, I don't know about this, but I'm pretty sure on their page they make sure to say we're not messing with that AI stuff.
Yeah,
on their campaign page. But
that's cool.
I don't know if I can find it. But
I think that one looks really good. And then Hyperborea 2. It's a manga. It's not really a comic, but it's another it's really solid story based off of novels by the same author. So that's another one I'm excited about. I did get some delivered today. Can I show those?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Weird. I don't know if that's weird or not, but well, today or this week, but I got the newest Geiger. And then
Oh,
I
nice.
don't normally do variant covers, but I had to get this one because I just feel like you don't see patriotism in mainstream comics as much anymore. So I was like, well, I
Yeah.
have to. And then,
Geiger is one that I have been wanting to read. I did read the first arc of what's his name, Joe. The
Junkyard Joe.
Yeah, super great, super good. Like the fact that there was like the tiniest bit of action, but the story drove forward so well and like touched on so many emotional points was just beautiful. Fabok's art, is that who did the art in that one?
Yeah, no, that was Gary Frank still, I think.
Gary Frank, okay.
For that, Gary Fabok, he does Rook.
Okay, yeah.
And then I think Gary Frank, I'll have to double check. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've looked at him, but yeah, the first Geiger series was fantastic. When I got back into comics, that was one that I really wanted to get into. And I honestly, I didn't even know who Jeff Johns was. I know it's gonna make me sound like a loser, but I didn't know who Jeff Johns or Gary Frank were. But I read an interview where they said that they wanted to make a comic book series about what it means to be a father. And my son was just born, so I was like, yes, I want, yeah, let's do that right now. And it's so good, and it's post-apocalyptic and just fun and silly, but I don't know, it's so good. I love Geiger. And then they're getting ready to do the Geiger Red Crow crossover, which has been like I've been anticipating that for a couple of years. And
Yeah,
I really like Red Coat a lot too.
yeah. I mean, that's all. They're all kind of like tied in the same universe somehow. Oh, there it is. I found it. Let me do another screen share real quick.
And then I'll say while you do that, I
go.
got Amelia Apocalypse by Donald DeLay, him and his daughter.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that.
I love it. Says Amelia DeLay and her dad. I almost cried when I read that. I don't know. It just looks so cool. When I flipped through it, it looks so cool. Like Donald DeLay is like his opinions on X are hit or miss for me, but he's such a fun artist and he seems like a good dude. So I like that. And then
Yeah, I got his the Mexican wrestler one,
that
which I can't remember the name of it right now.
Jaeger Bomb.
But yeah, his Jaeger Bomb, yeah. And
That one.
what I like, one of the things I like about him is how thick he draws wrists.
Yeah.
I know it's a weird thing, but like his forearms on his heroes are just massive, and their wrists are like, but yeah.
Yeah. His art style is just so unique. I really like it. There's another book he did that I read. I can't remember what it was, but it just like blew me away by how just simple but really detailed it is. And I love that. Those huge arms are like giant shoulders, tiny head, tiny legs type thing. Is so fun. I hope he does. So he's working on a couple other books, so I'm excited to see those. But the last one I'll show is Bronze Star 2 by Mike Barron, which Bronze Star 1 was so weird for me because I read it for the first time and I was like, this is not good. And then I read it again and I was like, this is fantastic. So kind of weird about that. But one thing I love about Mike Barron is he wastes no time. He just gets right into it. Like he's not going to spend 90 pages trying to build something up to a final 92 page or 92nd page.
Barron has the most comic book pace of any other like writer, comic book writer. Like his Punisher stuff, it's just boom boom boom. What's the one he did about the border? Private American. It's just you get in and it's just bam 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 bam. These are the things that happened, and like so that's let me show
I
you
hope you like
quick.
that because that's kind of how I didn't like copy it or anything for Empty Stars, but when I was writing that, I was specifically thinking like that Mike Barron style. I think Denny O'Neil's like that too. Not like how Mike Barron is, but real similar where it's just like, hey, it just gets into it and stuff. So
oh hey look, I got other comments. I don't know why the comments when I get comments in the chat, it should scroll up and show me. It doesn't. I have to self scroll, which is annoying. But John Zollman joined. Says, hey, says he loves Junkyard Joe as well, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the next like big cinematic universe, just in my opinion. Maybe cartoons, maybe live action, but the Ghost Machine stuff.
Mm-hmm. Brutus the Badass was another one of Donald DeLay's.
I think that's for free on his website.
Yeah, he had something about pizza delivery too. Was another one that he has up for free. But Three Planes is another one.
Let's see
that really really cool looking, really interesting like concept. And if anyone wants to join in and just actually jump on stream with us, I got the link up at the top, pinned at the top somewhere. Anyways,
man, this book.
But yeah, I know what you're saying about like the like is this AI? But I think this is the one that says like, hey, we don't do AI.
Yeah, right there in bold.
Right there.
Is zero AI.
Zero J. Yeah, so. But
even when they say that, I'm like, really though? Because I know creators who like. It's sad because like creators I used to really like and respect and support, and they're like, well, I use AI for, my layouts and my character designs and stuff. But then I still have an artist go over it, and I was like, I still don't like that. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that it looks great. I remember. I don't remember what the premise of the story is, but I remember reading it and going, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool." So maybe
I
scroll up and look at it.
I didn't even look at the premise of the story, being honest. I saw it, and then I looked at it, and it looked great, and then I saw the lines at the bottom, and I was like, okay, well, that's definitely not AI, so I just backed it. And for like pricing wise, for a 24-page comic, it's one of the more reasonable ones.
Let's do a real quick look at. See if it says what it's about at launch. This is a comic book in the spirit of Jack Kirby's New Gods with some Rocky Daredevil, Burning and Grit. Yeah, then Two Guardians. Oh, right there. So we invite you to take a peek into a kaleidoscope where we'll uncover a cosmic mystery featuring 3-dimensional planes, 2 guardians of the realm in between, and 1 war to shatter the balance. So whatever that means, it.
Just and look at
what is
those
the price
panels,
too?
man.
Yeah, digital for $7, digital deluxe for $12, physical copy 17. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Was shipping free for that one too?
I do not remember. I do not know.
I just backed something where the shipping was free, so I just want to look at that real quick.
So yeah, there's another great one, or great looking one. We'll see, when we get it. But it looks good, man. That looks good. But so yeah, I mean, I'm excited about a lot of stuff that's coming up.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out. There's a novel coming out that has some art in it by Jordan Holt. Which I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he does the Theseus series. Let me see, it's called The Witch of Hobomook Pass, and it's like an Appalachian folk tale and stuff. But Jordan Holt's doing the book art for it, and it looks great. So I don't back a ton of novels, but I did back that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like the idea of like. Not just indie comics, but indie books, indie movies, indie music, kind of like, but it's tougher to, for me to promote all those other things because like music, like I don't know, like I know where the indie comics stuff is. I don't know where the indie music stuff is, but yeah. Let me do this as real quick as well.
There was another book I just was thinking about too, and I can't remember what it was, but I was really excited to talk about it, but now I don't remember.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play my little trailer review.
Let's do it.
I've got a new review. This is, you know what I need is like a button to push where it's like world premiere, like world premiere. But yeah, world premiere, my newest short review. I hope it's not loud.
With no memory of who she is or her life before being awakened suddenly in a laboratory, 10 is thrust violently into the middle of a war between superpowered heroes and villains and must navigate unfamiliar histories, political games, and her own haunting past in order to find her place in the world, all while trying to stay alive. Perfect 10, the Perfection Collection from Genuine Comics, collects the first 6 issues of Dave Brink's high-octane superhero comic series, Perfect 10. At nearly 200 pages long with incredible dynamic art by Paul Rodrigues, this book is non-stop action from beginning to end. While the exciting art is a joy to look at, the story is also very well written, building a world and introducing characters that readers will absolutely want to know more about. If you've been suffering from superhero fatigue, these might be the superheroes to break you out of that funk. Original concepts, fantastic names, awesome designs, and well-paced, engaging storytelling place these characters on equal footing with some of the mainstream favorites that have shaped the landscape of comics since the 90s. So do yourself a favor and pick up Perfect 10 and more great comics at GenuineComics.com.
Man, so 2 things. You make like the best review videos, like hands down. That's so good. That's so cool. And second, I love Edo Souza's drawing of 10. That might be one of my favorite indie comic character drawings of all time. I'm a huge Edo Souza fan, and you put that right in the title there. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I love that. And I have not read any of those, and it's like my biggest failure as an indie comic fan or a crowdfunding fan is I've never read any of the Perfect Tens. But it's just so I think to get all of them to ship them to me would be like over $200, and it's like, man, that's a tough to put down right now.
That's why when he came out with the Perfection Collection, I was like super excited because I hadn't read any of his stuff either. I did read the first issue of Perfect 10 digitally, and I don't remember how. He might have just sent it to me for some reason, but anyways, but yeah, like he got it printed through Critical Blast here in the States, so the shipping's not nearly as much as it would have been if he had printed and shipped it. But yeah, I mean, it's
when I say that, I mean all the single issues, which like not to sound like a jerk, but I'm a single issue guy. I'll get those. Yeah. I would pay $200 for the single issues before I'd pay $30 for the collection. But yeah, man, now he's working with Alan Goldman. Like, oh man, his art is just fantastic. When I used to make this joke, and I don't do it anymore because it started to hurt people's feelings, but it would be like this indie creator who is just trashing the mainstream, and they're like, oh, the mainstream, all they do, it's all the same stuff, and it's just garbage now. Now let me tell you about my 90s style team-up book. And it's like, that's all you used to see in the indies, but I think Dave is doing that better than anybody I see, even better than like ex-pros who are doing crowdfunded books. I think Perfect 10, again, haven't read it. It looks like the best, like I said, 90s style team up book. The rest just so derivative and
I'll tell you this, like, I'm not a big superhero fan. Like, I'm not a superhero fan really. Dave does a great job of like motives for characters. Like you really do get invested into the world and the situation, but it all happens while everyone's trying to beat everyone. So there's the action and the panel breaking, dynamic artwork that you people want to see. When you pick up a book, you want to see like the a lot of people do want to see the big pages, but there's a story in there, a really solid story.
Well, sweet, man. Now I'm even more eager to get my hands on it.
Frederick Guimont.
Hey, Frederick, good to see you, brother.
So that I'm gonna post that. So if you're watching now or in the future, I'm gonna post that on X, TikTok, probably YouTube as well. Go and like it, share it, get it out there. Not only so that people see my little video and I get views or whatever. I couldn't care less, but I want Dave to get eyes on his project. More people look at everyone's work, and that's why I make those short reviews, is to get eyes on indie comics. So,
well, like I said, man, I don't see any good review. Like, I know it's silly, but the way you like slam the book down when you start talking about it, that's like so cool. I've never seen anyone do that, and it seems like simple, but just a really nice touch. I did want to bring up the video you did for me for Empty Stars that I absolutely love. I did run that as an ad with the rest of my ads through Meta, and I don't know why, but it got restricted. And they totally just killed it to where it wasn't getting any spend whatsoever. And then I looked into it, and they said that we're only going to put this on Instagram stories, and that's it. It won't go anywhere else. And I cannot figure out why. Meta, it's like all AI, and you can't talk to an actual person.
Yeah.
So it's there, but it's not doing anything. And I was going to, sometimes glitches happen, but it happened to 2 of that video and 1 other one. But the other 3 ads I'm running are doing really well, so I don't want to stop those ones.
Yeah.
So I'll probably run it again here soon. But
that's one of the reasons, because I had a song from Hum on the original version I sent you, the very first one, and I was like, oh, you're gonna actually run it as an ad. I better not have a band, a band that has, it's this is like copyright stuff. And I found a local band here in Boise
Oh, nice.
who they have kind of the feel, not quite super, but like the kind of the feel of Hum, and that I was shooting for. And I just wrote them and said, hey, can I use this? And they said, yeah. So
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
awesome.
if it's a copyright thing and how you get around that.
Well, it's not. If it was like a copyright thing, they'd say, "Hey, this violates our copyright thing,"
Mhm.
but they're not doing that. It's just like when you do an ad, you tell it how much you want to spend on it, and it's just doing zero spend at all. And then it popped up with that notification, like, "Hey, we're only playing this on." I think it was Instagram Reels or Instagram Stories, and nowhere else.
Mhm.
And it did that to two, and the other video it did it to was literally just my image, my cover A,
Hmm.
but as a video. So I don't know what's there's been so many like glitches and errors with the meta ads. It's really I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll do it again, but I'm trying to stick with it to try to learn as much as I can.
Has there been any? Do you know if there's been any like signups or anything coming from that area?
Yeah, for sure. I'm at let me see what I'm at right now. So I was at 148 when I started meta ads about 3 weeks ago, and I'm at 379 right now.
Hmm.
So it's pretty good. My total like spend per follow is a little higher than what I hoped, but it's still lower than my break even. So it's hard to be mad about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
I don't know. I don't like doing it. I wish I could pay somebody to do it instead. But I'm trying to be more self-sufficient, not have to pay other people to do stuff as much.
Yeah.
But I think Chris, a bootlegger, he asked me if I would come on his channel and sort of like go over all the stuff I did, like marketing wise. And I told him I would, but not until the campaign's over, so that I know like what worked and what didn't and stuff like that. So I'll be transparent about all that stuff, but it's just a nightmare, honestly.
Yeah, that's as much as I have like ideas that I want to, which I got the fire sort of rekindled today, because I was on TikTok. And so I have, if anyone's watching right now, I have a story idea that takes place in Mexico City, in a particular portion of Mexico City. And my TikTok is full of Mexico City, but it's all like the places you'd go if you were on vacation, like check out this amazing bodega or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not where my story takes place. So I happened to look. I was like, oh, this is not the right. I don't care about this stuff per se. If I ever go there, sure, I like, but like, so I typed in Iztapalapa is the borough, I guess, that
Okay.
my story takes place in. I looked up that, and a few videos popped up showing like the city, like that part of this of Mexico City, and like, man, it's just such a cool setting for a story. And one of them actually was about apparently people are starting to see brujas, witches,
Yeah.
hanging out in certain places. And I'm like, well, that part of like that fits into my story. So, but anyways, so I kind of got a little fire kindled in me again. But then I think about all the work that goes in after the writing of it, and stuff, and I'm like, oh boy, do I have what it takes? I don't know.
It's tough, man. I was talking to somebody in like a marketing group that I'm in, and I told him like if I like when I decided to do a crowdfunded comic, if I would have known what the marketing's like, I wouldn't have done it. Like I wouldn't have. No way. It's it not even that it's just expensive. It's so time consuming. And I'm sitting here looking at analytics and garbage, and I'm just like, I want to write stuff. I don't want to do this. So I do. I've talked about this to a few people, but something I think would be helpful to people is to do an anthology series. And it would be like, I don't know, let's say I got 5 writers to write short stories, like 24, 28 pages. And then I would I would hire and pay the artist, and I would market it and do the campaign, and it'd be like 5 single issues together and stuff,
Yeah.
and then crowdfund those and get them to the backers and stuff, and then after like a certain amount of time, maybe like a year, the original writers get like the full rights to them back, because then you have a book that's made and you didn't have
Yeah.
to shell out 15, 20 grand to make it happen. Then you could sell it and kind of build up funds and stuff. That's something I've been thinking about doing, but mostly like I was like, all right, well then I'm working with at least 15 other people, and I don't. That's a lot of people to get along with. So.
Speak of the
Hey, bootlegger, good to see you, brother.
Um,
He did a stream today where he went over his crowdfund and his numbers and stuff. It was refreshing to see somebody be like honest and transparent about their crowdfunds.
I gotta watch that one. I'm about 3/4 the way his Joe Sontag interview, which is pretty fun.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, I'm think I'm gonna get pretty close to wrapping up. You came in too late, Chris. I think we're gonna wrap up because I drank this whole thing. Actually, I haven't quite finished it off, but good to see you guys, and thanks, brother. But yeah, if you guys want to go back and watch, like I said earlier, we talked some Spider-Man. So if you haven't seen it yet and you plan on it, how long do you think I talked about it?
Like 15 minutes, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, like that specific movie, maybe 7 to 10 minutes. And we talked about
say, like 7, 10. So
yeah.
So if you see me start to talk about Spider-Man and you don't want to hear about it, skip 7, 10-ish minutes, and yeah. But we I think we had some fun. Yeah. Yes.
It would be cool
problem,
if
right
I don't know, not if you talk about movies and stuff, to avoid spoilers, just get a spoiler button that you can just hit it and it pops up at the bottom of the screen, and then it goes away when you're done, so people can like skim the video, and that way you don't have to dick with timestamps. You can just do it live there.
Brilliant idea, Cole. I'm going to make myself a little spoiler, like the content there in the corner of the screen. I'm going to do something like that. Yeah. Thanks for the idea.
I watch a lot of stuff on my TV. And then when people talk about spoilers, I don't want to hear them. I'll just mute it. And I always think like, man, it'd be nice if they had something up there. That way I can wait until they're done. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Here, let me actually, what do I got here? I'm going to look at this stuff.
And then can I ask you kind of a random question?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned you're getting into magnets and wanting magnets. I have something I was thinking about turning into a magnet, but I'm not sure if it's stupid or not. I have these like extra cutoffs, like I have extra bits of wood. So I just did this like engrave cut like this, and it's kind of thick. I thought about hollowing out here and just putting magnets in the back of it. Is that something that is that something you think, is that something you would like, or you think people would like?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just the wood, so it's nothing like crazy, but I have like a square left after cutting those boxes, and I just did that because I had an extra 15 minutes or whatever. But I was like, I don't know if I want to do the work for that, or if people would even like that, or what. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool little add-on. Here, let me do. At some point, I could do this.
Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah.
Oh wait, let's do this one. I actually clicked the wrong one. Yeah, see.
Yeah, you just pop that up, and then when you're done, just close it. Because when you're skimming through the video, you can just see when that bar goes away.
Nice. So, all right, I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna wrap. Thanks for hopping on with me, Cole, and chatting about all the stuff we talked about.
No problem, man. We got to do a whole show about musicals, though.
Yeah.
I think last time we talked about Twilight or Vampire Diaries mostly. I think we can talk about musicals next. Real manly comedy.
Hey, I'm on the hunt for the Vampire Diaries graphic novels, so it all connects.
Absolutely.
But all right, let's do real quick. We'll say Bootlegger saying have a great night, guys, and that he likes to go magnet fishing. So, all right. Yeah, thanks for showing up in the chat, guys. I am going to, you know what, Frederick, if you're still watching, I'm going to reach out to you on X and see if you want to come on at some point. But I got to start reaching out to folks and get some guests on and stuff, and continue my streaming. Here's what, and like I said, Cole, I'm going to reach out to Nick and see if he wants to jump on with you and him discuss some writing stuff, and
Yeah, that's me.
and then yeah, I gotta what am this is 47, this is my 47th episode. I want to, when I get to 50, I want to try to get Dio, who was my original co-host, back on, but life got real hectic for him, so he hasn't been able to stream. He's working on the days that his weekend is Monday, Tuesday, something like that. So completely off. But I want to get him back on and see how he's been, and kind of do a very special Blossom episode.
That'd be awesome, man.
So,
If not trying to overstep or anything, but if you're looking for guests, Joseph White is doing some like really cool stuff in the indies. He's doing that creator website.
oh yeah, that's right.
He's doing like a physical magazine. He's sending to a ton of comic book shops. So I think he'd be a cool dude to talk to about what he's doing. Because
Yeah.
and his wife's helping him too. Like they're kind of a power couple doing some cool stuff.
No, not
Yeah, that's who I thought too. Rainbows in the Dark started playing in my head. So
no, actually, because he's been absent for quite a while. Hold on one sec. This picture right there is from his book, but let me see if I can find if I'm in the right, even in the right. Shoot, what is his book called? Oh man, now I've forgotten.
now he's definitely not coming on.
Yeah, no doubt. But he has a comic. It's got werewolves, vampires. He's got like lore. He's got 3 issues that he Tome of Reckoning. T. That's what it is. QRS SS long docs. But he got busy like a lot of us do. There it is. The Tome of Reckoning.
Okay, I've seen that around.
If you look back at some of my earlier short reviews, I did a review for the first 2. I haven't gotten around to the third one, but the pacing is very natural in his comic. It's a horror comic. The first 2 are solid setup, and then book 3 goes off the rails and like steps straight. So I would say like issue 1 and 2 are PG-13, like horror movie, straight into R in issue 3.
Yeah.
Like guts flying, kind of a thing.
Oh,
But yeah, I really hope that he's able to. His wife, Jewel, does the coloring, and her colors are fantastic. Let me see if I can find some of the, but her colors are so good. Just great awesome. Mood setting colors.
You said that's his wife that does them?
Yeah,
man, I love when husband and wives work together on stuff. That's like a big, I don't know why. I'll back something I don't even care about if it's a husband and wife working together. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get him back on, just talk to him about what's going on with all this stuff, and hopefully he's still working on his books. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up. We'll see y'all on X. Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks again, Cole, and But as always, you're always welcome to just jump on if you see me live, even if I have a guest and you want to ask them a question. Jump on, bro.
I appreciate that, man. I was nervous. I was like, I don't want to bother him or anything, but my wife told me to quit being a pussy.
And same goes for you, Chris. Busy or busy. So, all right, everyone. Have a good night. Well, have a good rest of your weekend.